Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Five youngest mothers you won't actually believe existed. Number 5. Zulma Guadalupe Morales. Morales was just 8 years old when she gave birth to her baby boy on the 12th of January 1993 in Guadalajara, Mexico. It was reported by the doctors that the mother and the 7-pound baby were in perfect condition, despite having been delivered by caesarean section. However, the girl's parents did not want to reveal their daughter's name to the public and wanted to keep the pregnancy a secret as a result of the unfortunate circumstances that took place. Zulma was in fact a victim of rape, which subsequently led to her pregnancy, and the 8-year-old girl was actually impregnated by her uncle. Consequently, she's believed to be the youngest mother ever in Mexico. Number 4. Unidentified Indian girl. As you may be aware, poverty is a massive issue in India, with around 22% of the population being below the poverty line, which is a substantial amount considering the population size. As a result, it is commonplace practice for poorer families to sell their female offspring to adult males in order to receive money and to save on the burden of raising children themselves, which is indeed costly. This was the case for the unidentified girl from Kashmir, whose widowed mother gave her up for an arranged marriage as she faced destitution. The girl became impregnated by her unidentified husband on August 1933. She went into labour at only 8 years old. Unfortunately for the Kashmir girl, she died during childbirth, and the baby too died in the aftermath of the operation. Number 3. H. A girl from India, identified only by the letter H, gave birth by caesarean section to a 4.19-pound baby girl at Victoria Zenana Hospital in Delhi on the 7th of June 1932. The girl was complaining about localized pain in her lower abdomen, and initially was admitted to hospital, and it was suspected that it was an abdominal tumour. In a shocking discovery, it was later revealed that the girl was in fact pregnant. The father of the child was unknown. At the time of her labour, the girl was only 6 years and 7 months old, making her the youngest birth mother in India. Medical records suggest that by the time the girl was impregnated, she had never menstruated and her breasts were far from being developed. However, despite this, she proceeded on to breastfeeding her child for 9 months. Number 2. Lizaveta Grishchenko. Lizaveta Grishchenko, also known by the name of Liza, was just 6 years old when she gave birth on the 19th of August 1934 in Kharkiv, Ukraine. In a similar case to number 5 in this list, Liza was unfortunately raped at just 5 years of age, but instead by her 70-year-old maternal grandfather. Liza was brought to hospital as her belly started to abnormally swell, which raised concern, and upon inspection by doctors, they noticed Liza was already displaying signs of puberty and her breasts were defined. What was even more surprising was the fact that Liza was pregnant at just 5 years old. Just days after her 6th birthday, Liza gave birth to a baby girl weighing 6.6 pounds. However, unfortunately, the baby did not survive the delivery due to placental tear, because Lisa's parents insisted on a natural birth as opposed to a caesarean section, which they believed was too dangerous at the time. According to the doctors, they reported that the baby could have survived if it was extracted more quickly, revived and oxygenated. The news of her pregnancy sparked widespread anger, and, as a consequence, the family immigrated to Vladivostok to escape the unwanted attention. Controversially, they took the girl's grandfather with them, who did not face any legal charges whatsoever. Number 1. Lina Medina. Peruvian-born Lina Medina is considered to be the youngest confirmed mother in medical history, bearing a child at the age of 5 years and 7 months. It is unclear to the true details of how Lina ended up becoming pregnant. However, what was known was Lina suffered from precocious puberty. At the age of 8 months, she began menstruating. At the age of 3 years, she started having regular periods, and by age 4, Lina had prominent breasts, and by the age of 5, her pelvis had widened. On the 14th of May 1939, Lina gave birth to her son, Gerardo, by caesarean section, and the boy was raised to believe that Lina was his sister until the age of 10, when he discovered that she was in fact his mother. The father of the girl was arrested in suspicion of sexually abusing Lina, However, he was later released due to insufficient evidence. Lina managed to live a normal life, and her son lived until the age of 40 when he unfortunately passed away as a result of bone marrow disease. She has had a second son since and is still alive to this day.